What's up, everybody? It is endmuser here with another video on our old endmuser gaming channel. So yeah, this video is not a Diablo 4 gameplay video. Diablo 4 is what we're playing a lot of right now, as well as Fortnite and MLB The Show and Roblox and all the good stuff. But at some point, Minecraft would be fun too. But no, this video is about some reactions to some reactions. So I wanted to talk about something I've been thinking a decent amount about since I watched these videos. I'm not sure you've watched, I'm not sure if you've watched any of these. At this point you probably have, especially if you're in our Discord. We've been talking about them and such, but basically, specifically what I want to kind of throw around with you guys today is this idea that Blizzard, I almost said Bungie, Blizzard is intentionally doing things with the game to keep you out of the Eternal Realm and into seasons. And it's interesting. I've definitely got some thoughts on this, and it's different aspects make sense in different ways. But if you haven't, and hopefully my desktop audio here is okay, but if you haven't watched any of these videos, this is a YouTuber I just came across and I subscribed. He's a little intense, but you know, everybody's personality is different, and he's pretty entertaining. Seems like a cool dude. Hog here released a video, and it's funny because I came across this video, and when I did, he had, I don't even know, I felt like he had like, I remember it was like 2,000 or 3,000 subs, or maybe like 5,000. I think it was like 2,000 or 3,000 subs. Then after I watched his video, and I think I posted it in our Discord, not too many, a few days later, Asmongold reacted to it, which I very much enjoy these videos of him reacting to all this random stuff. But anyways, he reacted to it. And then again today, he had another video that he reacted to. I missed this video. I actually don't know if I was subscribed to him at this point. But Hog released another video because Asmon and I forget his name, Quinn or something maybe. I don't watch him much. They kind of said it was a tinfoil hat theory. And the theory is what I said, specifically out of all the stuff he talks about in his video, Hog. He makes the, provides the theory of his that the reason they do seasons and the reason they patched the nerf patch 1.1 was such a nerf right before season 1 was to keep people out of the Eternal Realm, or in his words, I think to kill the Eternal Realm, so that you stay in seasons, so that you buy the battle pass, so that you want stuff from the battle pass and you don't sit over here in the Eternal Realm where none of that stuff exists. Anyways, we're going to listen to a little bit of this, and then I kind of just wanted to chat with you guys as we go, whatever you're thinking about it right now, or as we go. Obviously, let's watch this and check it out and talk. Comment below, let me know your thoughts ultimately on this topic. But specifically, I'm just going to play a portion of his video. They're all good videos. But and just a heads up too, some of these creators, we got a family-friendly channel around here. So some of these creators, if not all of these in particular here, do drop some of the cuss words. So if you got any kiddos in the car or anything like that, watch out for that. But we don't do that here on this channel. Family friendly, you know what I mean? Just like DRP, Dirt Fam. But yeah, so we're gonna listen to a portion of this. There's a lot of it. He talks about seasons too, and why there's seasons in the game, and it directly correlates with quarterly earnings for these companies and player retention, and they can show that in each quarterly earning meeting with the board, etc. So that stuff makes sense, you know. I mean, there's a business side to this, the gaming industry obviously, and there's the gaming side, and you know, there's obviously a balance and a mesh between the two. You just hope that as all of this gets to the players, it's still you know, what's a good word, good couple words, you know, respectable content and respectful to the players' time. That's why, you know, typically gamers and players don't like pay to win, stuff like that. So you hope it all kind of meets in the middle and meshes well. And while companies make revenue, they're also making good quality games, and games that we enjoy spending our time with, and not, you know, taking advantage of that time, I guess. But yeah, let's listen to this particular portion, and this is what I specifically want to talk about in the video today. So we're going to start with Hog's actual initial video here. Let's take a listen.
Talking about today, Diablo 4. I'm not talking about Diablo 3, Diablo 2, Diablo 2 Resurrected, Diablo 1, Diablo Immortal. I'm talking about Diablo 4. The reason that's...
And I can't get over every single time I hear him say it right there, Diablo 4, cracks me up. I laugh at the simplest things. And all it takes is a certain way somebody says something, or the way they, their mannerisms when they say it. That's why, I mean, just comedy in general, that's all it takes. Obviously, I don't know if he was intending to be funny there, but it cracks me up the way he says it. Let's listen to that again. Let's see here. All right, trying to make sure my turn my game audio down a little bit.
Talking about today, Diablo 4. I'm not talking about Diablo 3, Diablo 2, Diablo 2 Resurrected, Diablo 1, Diablo Immortal. I'm talking about Diablo 4. The reason that seasons are put in, the reason that this patch is like this is now, is all tied together. This patch is to kill the Eternal Realm. Don't get it mistaken. Shaco Gate was an attempt to kill the Eternal Realm. They could have easily taken back 142 Shacos with no problem. You would have had 142 angry people versus thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of angry people, okay? So they want to kill the Eternal Realm. How come? Doesn't make sense. Why would they want to kill the Eternal Realm? Why? Can't sell the Battle Pass in the Eternal Realm.
So he's going to say something here in a minute. It was like my immediate thought. Like the fix for this, why wouldn't they just put the Battle Pass in the Eternal Realm somehow? Why not? We'll finish his thought here and then talk about that.
I know a simple solution would be let the Battle Pass be available, but then they couldn't rotate different skins in for you to buy. There wouldn't be something new for your fear of missing out to trigger for you to go spend your green leafy spending money on. You understand?
Green leafy spending money. I don't understand his reasoning there. Maybe I'm missing something. You guys let me know if I am. He says they couldn't put it in the Eternal Realm because they couldn't swap out new skins. Why couldn't they? Like, in the Eternal Realm, you have the same period of time, the same quarter to level up, and it's just, maybe it's based on XP. Like, they'd have to figure something out, obviously, because there's different currencies or whatever, favor. But let's say it's based on how much XP you're earning. Maybe you earn it slower. I don't know. I mean, then you'd be getting into the keeping people in eternal versus seasonal. Excuse me, but like, why couldn't they just rotate it? I mean, the same Battle Pass. Maybe I'm missing something there. But anyway, so that's the core, and this whole video is great. And we'll drop the videos, the links to the videos in the description if you want to check any of them out. But it's interesting. Like, I see why they're calling it like a tinfoil hat theory, because I mean, you don't want to assume or think that maybe some of them are, maybe, you know, more than you think, maybe none of them, but like, they make a game. Why even have the Eternal Realm? Like, I would figure out a way to get rid of the Eternal Realm, or maybe that's what they're doing. This is, you know, been part of a process this whole time, but it does seem a little bit of a reach to say they just want to phase out the Eternal Realm, or they just want to keep you out of the Eternal Realm. Then they're designing the game. Why not just get the Eternal Realm out of the game? But I mean, you know what I mean? Like, why not just have seasons? You log in, you got to start a new character. I mean, I guess you'd have to, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm answering that a little bit right now, because then every season you basically just have a player or a character you can't play. But they'd have to figure out, again, they're the developers of the game. They'd have to figure out what you could do there outside of an Eternal Realm or something like that. But to me, it seems like they're making it complicated for themselves by having an Eternal Realm. So why not just figure out a structure to not have an Eternal Realm? So the only option people have is to play seasons. That's why it seems like a bit of a stretch. But it's interesting nonetheless. I mean, it gets you thinking, and I love stuff that gets you thinking. You know, it's like, I think releasing a patch 2 days before a season maybe isn't the best idea. You know, especially with the hype of the season coming up and stuff like that. I'm sure if they could, make a few adjustments, they would have not released a patch maybe until after the season, or just not released a patch at all and just let us jump into the season. But let's listen real quick to Asmongold's reaction, and I think we get to hear him say Diablo 4 again here. I think I queued it up again just so we could hear that again.
Talking about today,
yep.
Diablo 4. I'm not talking about Diablo 3, Diablo 2, Diablo 2 Resurrected, Diablo 1, Diablo Immortal. I'm talking about Diablo 4. The reason that seasons are put in, the reason that this patch is like this is now, is all tied together. This patch is to kill the Eternal Realm. Don't get it mistaken. Shaco
cracks me up, his face.
I like that. That's inside. You know what? Maybe he could be right. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, okay, all right. Let's hear what the reasoning is. I could see this. So it's to make the Eternal Realm worse comparatively. That way, people feel like they have to do the seasons. They're more likely to Battle Pass, right? I get like, okay, yeah, sure.
Gate.
So we've listened to that. I just kind of wanted us to hear Asmon's response, but again, I mean, what do you guys think? It just seems like too much trouble, unless they've had the Eternal Realm for a while and they've started the process, like I said, of phasing it out, and this is part of the process to get to that point. It would make sense to me that they would be figuring out a way to get it out of the game. And again, I don't necessarily think, and you don't really want to default to thinking, companies are being malicious in this regard, but it's like you don't want to default to companies are being malicious and taking advantage of your time, right? I mean, there are people that are passionate playing this or developing this game, and they, this is their job, this is their passion, this is what they want to do. Now, granted, those are the people developing the game, and then you got the suits up top that are, investors, shareholders, board members, and stuff like that, and they're wanting to see some certain kind of I guess financial reports every quarter, showing some revenue coming in, some profit. But I don't know. It seems definitely a little bit of a stretch to think they're trying to trick you into playing. Now, again, this is what I was talking about earlier in the video. There is an aspect there that's like, well, yeah, I mean, it's a business, so they're going to try to figure out how to get you to want to play the new content. I don't think that's with nerf patches. I think that's with flashy, cool looking stuff on the season pass. Like, granted, again, some of this stuff looks cool, but cosmetic stuff, even though I'm glad it's just cosmetic, it doesn't always, draw me in. I didn't spend much money at all. I spent maybe less than $50 the entire time I played Destiny 2. Maybe I think I remember buying some glows or something. So this stuff doesn't really attract me much as far as continuously paying. Now I will say Fortnite, I've definitely bought some skins in that game, but again, that game is at least free to play, truly free to play. But yeah, I don't know. It just seems like patching the game because things stay a certain way in the Eternal Realm. To me, them intentionally patching the game to be bad in the Eternal Realm so that you don't play the Eternal Realm seems interesting to me. That's an interesting concept. There was he did do another video, like I said, and he really actually goes in, to their earnings reports and talk. I mean, it says line for line, and it's a publicly traded company, so you can go take a look at those reports, and it says very specific things in there about player retention, how much percentage of their revenue, I believe is what it was, comes from certain games or certain areas of certain games. And yes, it's clear, like and this is the classic, people weren't happy about the patch and said they weren't going to play season 1, but then they end up playing season 1 anyways, and that's the stuff they're watching. He does say in this video that they did an emergency campfire chat after the season went live because they wanted to see how many people were still going to play even after all the negative feedback from the patch. Again, that seems pretty malicious. I don't know. Call me naive, whatever. You want to see the good in things, Obviously, there is that meshing happy balance that you hope the suits and the shareholders that want to see profits and revenue filtering through the company eventually to the players. You hope there's a balance there that's like, okay, we value our gamers' time and their opinion and their respect for our company, so we're going to do things, the right way so that we can keep them enjoying our game, keep them enjoying our company while also, making money for the company as a whole. But anyways, I specifically, like I said, there's definitely several pieces of this that are likely true and make sense. It's obvious about quarterly seasons and stuff like that. It makes sense to structure a game that way with quarterly earnings, stuff like that. But then there was specifically the piece about taking out the Eternal Realm that I thought was interesting, and I thought it'd be fun to talk about it and take a look at these videos. Obviously, like I said, we're not watching these entire videos, but we'll link them below and go check them out. But what are your thoughts? Do you think Blizzard and team is intentionally nerfing the Eternal Realm so that we only spend our time in seasons where, you know, the game, where all the new content is, and where is all the places that you can spend all your green leafy spending money, I think is what he called it, something like that, which is funny. Anyways, I enjoyed both of these, well, all three of these videos, 4 of them, I guess, total. And just wanted to give them a shout out. Go check out their content. Again, links below if you want to check out those videos. Let me know and us know below what you think on this topic and what games you're playing, all that good stuff. Again, thank you so much for the support. You can go to my Twitter at LanceMuser or our Twitter at endmuser, E-N-D, well, right there it is. And at endmuser, you will see a link tree link and the Discord link. So if you want to go there, everything's here. At some point, I hope to post some stuff on the Lance Muser channel. I know I've mentioned this before. At some point, we hope to launch the collecting channel. But yeah, anyways, thanks for all the support. We really appreciate it. It means a lot. And of course, until next time, take care.